The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Good morning. Game day. Couldn't really sleep last night.
Out his ability to throw the football, he finds windows, and when he gets in a rhythm, he's really hard to stop.
Hello everyone, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Kevin Irvine.
What makes him special in my opinion is the fact that he can roll out of the pocket and still be just as effective as if he's standing in there.
Line formation, handoff to Overstreet around the right-hand side. Overstreet picks him up on, and there he goes! Overstreet! Touchdown! Wolfpack! The Heat-Show got a lot of space. Beautiful block. Heat-Show is all by himself, and you will never catch that man. Touchdown!
He's literally lightning in a bottle once he gets out and gets running around.
Yes, over to the end zone. One-handed catch. Oh! What a play! Chuck Imperano, touchdown Baltimore!
The lights come on, it's showtime, baby.
Black breaks a tackle. Black with a stiff arm. There he goes! Black, you've got to be kidding me! Touchdown, Houston!
He's got to do it. Find a way, win the football game. Find a way, win the football game. Break it down, let's go.
Oh, wait on me, 1, 2, 3, 4! Get out of here! Wow!
It's the SFL Playoffs, live on Twitch TV.
Welcome to Buffalo, New York, ladies and gentlemen. From Metro Stadium, it's the Grey Conference Championship game between the Baltimore Crabs and the Queen City Corsairs here on the SFL Network. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Kevin Irvine, alongside for the first time since Season 5, Greg Morris. How you doing, Greg?
I am doing outstanding, my friend, and I am pumped for this game. This is going to be a great knockdown, drag out.
Baltimore, Queen City is next. Let's head down to the field for the coin toss.
The Badgers will make the selection. What is the call?
Give us tails.
Tails it is.
We'll kick.
The Badgers have won the toss and select a kick.
So the Queen City Corsairs will get the ball first to start the second half. And the kick is away to the 10-yard line. J.J. Howland is on the return past the 30, and Howland is up to the 37-yard line. And apologize, I didn't do my normal kick it. We're trying to get the mic situation worked out. It's been a while since we've done it. Greg, they want you to. You're going to have to fire up your voice here today.
Oh, they want me to use my outside voice. Okay, no problemo.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line for Daniel Garcia. Keep letting us know how the microphones sound. We want it to sound the best it can. Daniel Garcia back to pass on a first and 10 at the 37. That pass is nearly intercepted, incomplete. It's broken up, and it brings up second down and 10. And right off the bat, the Baltimore Crab defense does its job.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm expecting that Park Hee-Chul and Mr. Snyder for the other side, for the Crabs, they're going to be key to both offenses moving the ball today.
So 2nd down and 10. Parkey Chol is the man in the backfield. 3 receivers, 2 to the left side for Queen City as we're just getting underway here in the Gray Conference Final. Hand off to Parkey Chol, breaks the tackle off, but Dazo spins up in the open field. Parkey Chol, it's playoff time, baby! Touchdown, Queen City!
Let it be said, let it be done, let it be written, and all that good stuff. Wow, just like that.
2nd play of the game, and Parkey Chol gets away from arguably the best defender on Baltimore's team, and what a beautiful cutback up the middle of the field.
That was just totally awesome. And as an MMA fan, if anybody's an MMA fan out there and they know the Diaz brothers, that's what's up.
6-0 right off the bat, 20 seconds into the ball game. And I tell you what, if the fans were at all nervous about what was going to happen here today, they're not nervous anymore.
No, Parkey Chol, like I said, the Queen City, they kind of surprised me this year. It was like a total reversal in their offensive philosophy. They became a more balanced team. They went away from the run, and here they come out today. I'm expecting to see tons of passing. First play from scrimmage, Parkey Chol takes it to the house.
The extra point is good. Queen City 7, Baltimore nothing. Let us know how the microphones sound now. Let Greg know how he sounds. You know, he's been at home with the wife for a few months now, so his voice, you know, he's a little more soft-spoken than maybe he's used to being.
Yeah, TJ.
You don't have to blow my ears out in the process. Baltimore on a return. Wayne Inser past the 25 and up to the 27. And let's get a look at our quarterback situations as Daniel Garcia just went 0 for 1. Mike Dazo is the quarterback, 107.7 quarterback efficiency ratings, 35 touchdowns, Greg. He had arguably his best season this year in Baltimore.
Yeah, but the one thing that I kind of hated about Dazo was those interceptions, 21 to be exact.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line, and Baltimore down 7-0 quickly. Following the Parkey Chol touchdown run, we'll hand it off to Elliott Snyder. And Elliott Snyder is tough to bring down, is whipped down at the 28 after a 1-yard gain. Kenneth Lyons, the former Baltimore Crab, in on the stop.
Now the Queen City, I don't believe they were exactly known for their defense this year. It was their offensive output today, but today they're going to need that defense to step up today. Did I say today twice?
I think you said today 3 or 4 times, but it's today. It's
today.
The conference finals are today. 2nd and 9 out of the eye. And back to pass, Dazo for the first time today, and Dazo will hurl it deep down the field, and the pass is knocked away and incomplete. Broken up, couldn't see, but Inzer was the intended receiver and a quick 3rd down for the Crabs.
Yeah, the games that I did see with Baltimore this year, it was Dazo taking those shots down the middle, and some of them were ill-timed, but I just don't think he has the arm to make a lot of those throws.
3rd down 9, fast-moving first quarter here, not giving us a chance to get used to being in the same room with one another, Greg. This game just wild from the get-go as Dazo's pass is short over the middle and caught was just for a 2-yard gain. That's a 3 and out. Aquantis Shine and Jesus Salvador on the tackle. 4th down and 7, and back and forth we go.
Yeah, we do, but I was expecting them to use Snyder a little bit more in that offensive set.
Well, they didn't. So what are we going to do about it?
Well, now they need to get a 3 and out from Queen City, because if Queen City goes up 2 scores, then that's going to be a very daunting task for Baltimore.
Tough start for the Crabs. Of course, they got here with that incredible 26-20 victory over the Minneapolis Maulers, and we'll get to more of that later in the day. Houston's punt, fair caught by J.J. Howland at the 37-yard line. Quarterback for Queen City is Daniel Garcia. Garcia had a brilliant year last year in Santa Fe, a 104.8 quarterback rating, 32 touchdowns. You know, a strong year like Mike Dazo in a new offense.
Yeah, very, very strong.
So 1st down and 10 at the 37. Trips to the right side for Garcia. Hands it off to Heath Chol, his 2nd carry of the day, and Parkey Chol is out again.
Are you kidding me?
Parkey Chol past the 30 is going to score.
Wow.
And this boy is ready to go today. You got to be kidding me.
My goodness, this, man, I'm having a hot flash here. Woo.
Can you believe that? 2 touches of the football and 2 touchdowns for the Little Dynamo, last year's MVP, who in the playoffs was completely shut down last season against the Dragons in that opening round.
The Little Dynamo is trying to make a statement today. And that statement is called touchdown. Well, you know, I had the opportunity to do my piece, Playmakers. Parkeet Chewell was one, and I can say without a doubt that he's a playmaker.
I think you could scare women and children with that playmaker voice, Greg. What do you think?
If only I could scare my wife.
You would have been here throughout the season if you would have been able to scare your wife. Extra point is good, 14-0 Queen City. An unbelievable start against the Crabs here this afternoon in Baltimore. I mean, they just got to calm down, right? And just forget that those 2 touchdowns even happened?
Well, they just got to do what they did all year, and that's just, they were balanced offensively, and that last set, I didn't see any of that. So they just need to go and do what they were doing last year. Well, I mean, this
from the 4-yard line, Inzer smacked down at the 23-yard line, and let's meet the Queen City defense that forced the 3-and-out on Baltimore. DJ McCoo is the inside linebacker, number 55. Outside linebacker, number 58, Aquantis Shine. Cornerback, number 22, Kenneth Lyons, the former Crab. The strong safety, number 21, Jesus Salvador. Free safety, number 40, Patrick Daniel, who's our highlighted player today. He had 11 tackles and an interception in that big game last week in the win over Sioux Falls. First and 10 at the 23, hand off to Snyder, and he fights forward for 3 yards.
Are people still having a problem hearing me out there?
I think you're good. I think you're a little softer. I think it's, and for those listening out there, it's a settings issue. We would have to sort of start all over again, trying to figure it out. But Greg should be good.
Plus, ain't nobody got time for all that.
Yeah, especially with the second game of our doubleheader coming up. 2nd down and 7 at the 26. 8:37 to go in the first quarter. Dazzo back to pass. He flips it out to Snyder for the first time today. Snyder breaks the tackle, looking for the first down, turning the legs forward and picks up 6 to the 33-yard line. A 3rd down and 1. That is a big part of Baltimore's offense.
Oh yeah, that looks like Baltimore Crab offensive play there. So as long as they follow that course, they should be able to settle down and get back into this game.
8-12 first quarter, 14-0 Queen City. Baltimore looking for their first move of the sticks of the day, and Snyder will be tackled in the backfield, a loss of 1. That was Kenneth Lyons again, coming up to make the stop in the backfield. 2 tackles against the run for the corner for Queen City. 4th down. 3 back-to-back 3-and-outs for the Crabs, and 2 touchdowns on 3 plays for Queen City. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're the Corsairs.
You sure couldn't. And Kenneth Lyons only had 61 tackles last year, so they've come to play.
Crabs will kick it away from the 33-yard line. Howland on to return up to the 38 with 7:29 to go in the opening quarter. Let's meet Queen City's stars on the field. Quarterback number 18, Daniel Garcia, had 371 yards and 2 touchdowns in that victory over Sioux Falls. Running back number 33, Parkeet Chewell. Maybe we should have headlined him today. Wide receivers, 3 of them, number 82, Jake Legacy, number 81, Chris Taylor, number 11, J.J. Allen, number 83, tight end, Brock Studwell. First down and 10 at the 38 for the Corsairs, and Garcia will try to complete his first pass of the day. A check down to Heath Chewell, who's all by himself, who picks up a first down all the way to the 45-yard line to pick up a 17. Somebody's got to guard this dude at some point, right, Greg?
I don't play a zone, run an all-max blitz. You've got to do something to slow this young man down. They cannot continue at this pace, because if Baltimore doesn't do something real quick here, this game could get out of hand.
You know, Landry had in the chat called you a little soft, and I don't know exactly what he means by that, but take that for what it's worth. I think he's talking about your voice, though.
I'll see him next week.
First and 10 at the Baltimore 45. Queen City has already built a 14-0 lead. Back to pass. Swing outside. That is caught. Queen City turning the corner. Spears and company on the stop. Chris Taylor with the catch. Taylor was dynamic last week and that victory over Sioux Falls. Over 150 yards receiving on just 6 grabs. This is a balanced Queen City offense. They love to spread the ball around.
They are very balanced, and like I said, the few games that I saw this year, I really tuned in just to see Parkey Chul, and they're throwing the ball all over the place.
2nd and 3 at the 38. Heath Chul takes the handoff and did he get yes, he did get the first down, just barely the 35-yard line. Joe Dazzo and company on the stop. Dazzo and Heath Chul, vets of this league, and this isn't the first time those two have hit each other.
Oh no, and you know what? The Corsairs offense has to be very infuriating to play against, because I mean, you stop one and you think you've got something else, stop and they hit you somewhere else. Very, very vexing.
First down and 10 at the 35. Garcia back to throw, fires down the middle for the first time today, and the pass was a little bit off target. J.J. Hallam was the intended receiver, and we've seen a couple of poor throws from Garcia so far in this game. It's not often this year that Queen City's been up 14-0 with Garcia only completing a couple passes.
Well, like I said, the Baltimore Crabs defense has to find a way first, stop Heath Chul, and I think the rest will follow.
2nd and 10, trips to the left. 3-3 defense out of the Crabs. Gray Conference Championship game. Back to pass Garcia. Garcia floats it outside. A defender went to go pick the pass off. That was Gerald Vick out there, who did not make a good play on the ball, and Jake Legacy gets a catch for a 7-yard pickup.
That was very surprising out of Mr. Vick, seeing as how he only had 1 interception, and that might be the reason why.
3rd down and 3. 5:42 to go in the opening quarter. Fastball already halfway done with the first quarter, and it's been literally all Queen City, surprisingly, here in the first after a dramatic first week of the playoffs. Heath Chul gets a catch and got a first down and makes a jump to the outside, inside the 10 and down to the 8. 20-yard pickup for Park Heath Chul. He's having the game of his life in the first 7 minutes of this. Oh, and he's hurt. Now, I don't know what that was about. I just saw, did you see, a notification came up that he was hurt on the play. Now, he was standing up.
Right.
He looked just fine. We have had an injury-free playoffs for the most part so far this year. I'm not exactly sure.
Wow.
What that is, but boy, would that be something.
That is Baltimore's cue.
I don't know if that was just an error on 2K Sports' part or what, but interesting. There, first and goal at the 8. The handoff is to a counter, and is that Park Heath Chul in the game? It's not. So Park Heath Chul did come out of the game. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but this is, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a player come out and score 2 touchdowns that quickly and potentially not be a factor moving forward.
Well, you never want to see anybody really get hurt, but this has to be a bright sign for the Crabs, because they were having just the toughest time stopping Park.
2nd and goal from the 1. They're going to hand it off. Didn't get in. 3rd and goal at the 1.
See, that would have been a score for Park Heath Chul.
Now, the good thing for Queen City is, A, they've already built up a 14-point lead, and B, they have a very good passing attack. But our thoughts and prayers are with Park Heath Chul. We're really not really unsure what happened. The handoff again on 3rd and goal, and Heath Chul's replacement doesn't get in. It's 4th down and goal, and Baltimore forces a field goal. And now maybe this game starts to turn a little bit. Bizarre start to this conference championship weekend.
Very bizarre, and that's as good as a turnover for Baltimore. They come away, they only give up 3 points, and they're going to be down 17-0, provided that, well, he's going to hit the field goal, because he's been almost Mr. Automatic this year.
Yeah, Bo Davis, 18-yard field goal. This is a chip shot from him. Davis has been good this year. 28 of 30 now, 29 of 31 on the season. The 18-yard boot is good. And Queen City has a 17-0 lead alongside Greg Morris. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. These are the SFL Conference Championship games, the Gray Conference Final first. We literally have not had a chance to catch our breath. Every time Queen City has the ball, something crazy's happening.
Which is fun. I'm really enjoying the game so far. But now Baltimore has to make their stand. They have to come back here and see if they can sustain a long drive and work some clock, get the ball down the field. Almost starting play-by-play there.
Yeah, Inzer on a return up in 31. Of course, Inzer had that monster kickoff return against Minneapolis last week to tie the game. What a game for Baltimore to come out there and get their first playoff victory as huge underdogs.
Right. Inzer averages 22.3 yards kick return, by the way.
First and 10 at the 31 for Dazzo, now out of the gun. With 4 wide receivers, Elijah Bishop and Demetrius Outdat. Haven't even gotten to mention their names. Late in the first quarter, low snap. Dazzo back to pass, fires middle. The pass is nearly intercepted. And Queen City's defense is all over the place. Aquanta Shine with the pass breakup.
Man, that would have been a backbreaker.
What, with the interception right there?
Yes.
Let's meet the stars on the field for the Baltimore Crab offense. Quarterback number 7, Mike Dazzo. Running back number 36, Elliott Snyder. The wide receivers, number 17, Demetrius Outdat. Number 14, Elijah Bishop. Number 18, Wayne Inzer. Bishop's a man to keep watch of against that non-star corner up at the top of the picture. Second down and 10 at the 31, back to pass. And a double move from Bishop, and that pass is knocked away.
Oh.
What a play down the field. That was Jesus Salvador, I believe. A monster play to knock that away from Bishop. Otherwise, it could have been a touchdown.
Wow. That was an outstanding play. Talking about closing speed, because that was a touchdown.
And that's what you have to do. Queen City has got to be thrilled. And actually that was not, I beg your pardon, that was not Bishop on the outside. I'm used to Bishop being that outside man, but that's the matchup that Baltimore is trying to take advantage. The top of the screen, outside man, shot to the top. Queen City has to be thrilled with the fact that their defense so far is stepping up in the right spots.
Exactly.
Third down and 10 at the 31. Dazzo back to pass, fires down the field, pass is knocked up in the air, and intercepted at the 34-yard line. Picked off by, I believe, is that Ted Killings? No, Ted Haynes, the non-star corner on the other side. Queen City can do no wrong in this first quarter as Bishop makes the tackle.
Wow, that was the consummate tip drill there.
This is insane. After 4 games decided in the final 2 minutes, and Queen City is kicking Baltimore's teeth in right now in the first quarter.
Right, they have their foot on their throat, but Baltimore is still in it.
First and 10 at the 34. Garcia back to pass, fires down the field, caught. That's a 16-yard pickup by J.J. Howland. Tackle made by Gage. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They run Howland deep a lot. He's averaging like 17.9 yards a catch.
Let's meet the Queen City Corsairs offensive stars on the field. Garcia, Heachol, Legacy, Taylor, Howland, and Studwell, as we've mentioned before. How about the Baltimore defense? Dazzo, Brown, Spears, Gage, Vick, and Butler, who had a big game last week. Back to pass. Garcia sidearm throw. That pass is incomplete. Dazzo all over Heachol. And finally, well, I say Heachol, but Heachol is still out of the game. We still do not have a prognosis on Park Heachol, and it's 2nd and 10.
Wow, I couldn't see anything that could have happened to him.
Nothing. Maybe around the neck. He took a tackle high, and that's the only thing that makes this game just a little bit interesting.
Right.
Because if Heachol can't come back and play, that's Baltimore's almost only hope right now here in the first quarter, the way this game is going. 2:59 to go in the first. Garcia's out of the shotgun, back to pass. Garcia fires to the end zone, and that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Beautiful defense in the back of the end zone by Alexander Brown. And it brings up 3rd down and 10. Baltimore's defense, since Heachol exited the game, has looked a lot better.
Now that was, like I said, a godsend for Baltimore. Because who knows what could have happened if Heachol was still playing.
3rd down and 10 at the 18-yard line. 17-0. Queen City all over Baltimore in the early stages of the Gray Conference Championship game. The winner advances to the SFL Championship game on Saturday. Garcia's in trouble. Fires down the field. It's intercepted at the 13-yard line. That is Ty Butler, who has been so instrumental in the past few weeks to this revamped Baltimore Crabs defense. And Baltimore has to love the adjustments they have made against the pass and against Garcia.
That's Ty Butler's 4th interception of the year, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Baltimore.
And this gives us a perfect chance to talk about your YouTube channel, The Walking Greg. It's an awesome production. A lot of You Fear the Walking Dead starts tonight, and and I know people really love what you're able to provide over there. Tell the folks over there what you do.
Oh, well, we just do reaction videos of The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. And tonight we're going to be doing a live reaction feed using Blab. And I'll try to post the video here somewhere on the channel somewhere here before we get out there.
First and 10 at the 18, and Parky Chol hurt his elbow. He's done for the day. He's done for the day. Now remember, Chol is eligible to come back in the championship game. He'll have a cast,
right?
But he's eligible to come back with the new SFL rules. But he's done for the day. This is Baltimore's opportunity to take advantage.
Exactly.
So Dazzo back to pass on 2nd down and 7. Fires over the middle of the field. That pass is caught, but still short of the first down. Wayne Inns are on the catch. Out that and Bishop nowhere to be found in this first quarter.
Wow, that is really a tragedy. But the owner of the Baltimore Crabs, I'm sure he doesn't want a player to be out like this, but at the rate the game is going, I'm sure he has to be happy.
It's one of the few major injuries that we've had. It's been a injury-free season in the SFL, unlike last year. Elliott Snyder gets the first down and a 5-yard pickup. That was his best run. And I think Baltimore today, especially now considering that Queen City has sort of lost that dynamic balance, and they're going to be passing a lot. I think Baltimore's going to need to run some clock here with Snyder today.
Oh yeah, exactly. Most definitely.
Now the largest comeback in league history is only 20. So if Baltimore, could make a push with each all out, but that's a huge break for the Crabs as Snyder goes out of bounds and greets Parkeachel on the sideline. That's Parkeachel standing there, and Snyder says, "Dude, are you good? Are you okay over there?" He looked. Hey, his elbow looked fine.
Right.
Stopping Snyder on the sideline there. I'm not really sure what the deal is. If it's an elbow, maybe he shattered some bones in there or something.
Maybe he twerked it.
I'm not sure, but he's standing there on the sideline. 2nd down and 11 at the 32. 2 in the backfield with Dazzo. Hand off to Snyder, and Snyder is going to pick up 1, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. I know TJ's going to be sending me an email after this one because if anyone doesn't like injuries, it's TJ. But it has added an insane storyline to this first quarter. Queen City built a 17-point lead and now has to defend it. 3rd down and 10. Empty backfield for Dazzo, trying to keep the drive alive. Deep shot, Bishop. He's all alone, and the pass is caught at the 43-yard line. Elijah Bishop with his first catch, but he exploits the defense over the top, and finally, Bishop gets involved in the game plan.
Elijah Bishop leads the Crabs with touchdowns, by the way, with 10. And that was an awesome catch, by the way. I'd like to take this time to congratulate all the semifinalists in the playoffs this year. The Crabs, Mr. Tim Johnson. The Corsairs, Mr. Eric Barkley. The Hyenas, Mr. Damon Simeon. And Louisville Wolfpack, Derek Overstreet.
Low Shaw 36. We appreciate the compliment. 1st and 10 at the 43. Dazzo flips it out to Snyder. That's the final play of the first quarter. Snyder is pulled down by the face mask. That'll tack 15 yards onto the end of the run. And just as the first quarter ends, you start to feel like this game may be turning and is going to get crazy.
Defense. That was a quick first quarter. Looked like feel like we went down a boom tube.
I tell you what, you are absolutely right. End of the first quarter of play. Baltimore nothing and Queen City 17. We'll be right back after these messages. And this is the Gray Conference Championship game on the SFL Network on Twitch.
Hey, do you want to read more about the Dallas Cowboys? Try the Landry hat. Cowboys news for people who need gratuitous amounts of Cowboys news. With all new website features like picture, tons of pictures. It's like adding visuals to an information hurricane. Sound the alarm, you're gonna be uncomfortably informed. What's that? You want more articles? Well, how about electric articles made by electrified riders, stun-gunned riders? Cowboys, you'll read about them. The site gives fans information. Fan info. These ain't your dad's puns. These are cowboy puns. Super Bowl puns. Redheads energy. Throw in the X. TurboText. PowerText. More words than your body has room for. You'll be reading so fast, Geriatric Jerry will be like, slow down. And you'll be like, screw you, and kick him in the face with your utter disappointment. You'll have so much information, Cowboys info. Just reading all the time. Power reading, power browsing, power clicking, power looking, power scrolling, power learning, power Googling Cowboys. You'll be swimming in Cowboys. 400 Cowboys. Show the Landry hat to your babies and they'll be good at sports. Makes your babies run abnormally fast. They'll run as fast as Dez. People will watch them running and think they're Dez. They'll race as fast as Dez in a race with actual Dezes. And it'll be a tie and they'll be deported back to Green Bay. It was a catch. Hey, go with the shirt thing. Don't gamble your Cowboys news. Snake eyes. Try the Landry hat, the Dallas Cowboys site that will make you sport.
Like the Landry hat, you can become a part of the SFL broadcast and promote your business, channel, or league with an audio or video ad. It's $5 for a 30-second spot, $10 for a 60-second spot, $15 for any video ad for a whole season. And any ad right now is free for the playoffs. All money is reinvested into the SFL, and we guarantee you your ad will run at least once a week. Support us by supporting you. Email simulationfl@gmail.com for more information. SFL, rise as one. We'll be back to your game in 2 minutes. Queen City 17, Baltimore nothing from Buffalo. This is the SFL Network on Twitch. Start of the second quarter, Queen City 17, Baltimore nothing, but just before the quarter ended, Baltimore started to pick up some momentum. And on the first play of the second quarter, the pass is caught by Snyder to the outside, who makes a move, and then another spin, and gets all the way down to the 5-yard line, just shy of the first down. Second and short. Your impressions of the first quarter, Greg?
Fast and furious. I mean, that was just really off the chains. And as fast and as furious as it was, Baltimore, surprisingly, they're still in the game.
Second and inches at the 5 after Elliott Snyder did his best Parkey Chill impression. Two in the backfield with Dazzo, and Outdash top of the screen, handoff Snyder. He actually lost about a half a yard. The spot is a bit of a question. Qantas Shine on the tackle. I thought maybe he would have fallen forward for that, Greg. Third down.
Right. Yeah, Snyder, he's kind of a workhorse. I don't know how he didn't get that first down.
3rd down and 1 at the 5. Dazzo's going to throw, and Dazzo's pass to the end zone is caught, and it's the guy that's just been getting all the big catches recently, Chuck Imperato, the tight end, and Baltimore's down just 11 out of nowhere.
That's Mr. Imperato's 7th touchdown this year, and looks like Baltimore is getting ready to try to make a push.
So the Crabs will kick the extra point. Greg, you've been watching the SFL all season, not from the sideline, so to speak, but from the comforts of your own home. You're now back with me in the booth. I don't know how everyone else feels, but you feel like a bit of nostalgia? Do you feel comfortable?
Oh yeah, I feel very comfortable, and I just like the direction that the league is headed. I like the changes that the league has made. I think the SFL has a very bright future, and I just hope I can be a part of that future.
And we hope that everyone enjoys the color commentary. Of course, we'll be chock full of. We'll run some more extensive tests next week with the 4 of us in the booth together. But I know last time back in season 5 with that crazy championship game, you, me, and Damon and Mike Peters had a blast.
Oh man, that was fun, and I'm just hoping we can replicate that in the championship game. And I'm sure whoever's in the championship game is going to be just as exciting as it was last year.
SFL title game is Saturday, April 16th, a 5 Central kickoff. 5 Central, 6 Eastern. It's a little bit earlier than our normal primetime slots, but the whole 5:20 Super Bowl thing, that's how it goes. But 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. We want to catch everyone before they have to go to bed. Handoff to the left side, and there's no Parkey Chol out there, and we're really going to have to get this kid's name because he's going to be getting a lot of touches. It's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
We can just call him Slow Mo for now.
Probably, yeah. Oh, and I had a chance to get it right there. I'm sure Queen City knows, and usually we're fairly familiar with the backups on teams, but I haven't seen Park Hee-chul leave a game all season long.
No, I think he's played all year.
2nd and 8 of the 29. I mean, we're talking about every snap. Back to pass Garcia, and that pass is beautifully thrown toward the sideline to Myers, the tight end who had the big catch, the non-star tight end who had the big catch last week. Down the field in Sioux Falls in that first quarter.
And I did notice that about Garcia during the regular season. He makes pretty good use of his non-stars.
17-7, 9:14 to go in the first quarter. Apologize, we didn't get the extra point up there, but it's up there now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Pass to the outside is caught for 8 yards, and a couple of people bring Howland down. Howland had just 1 catch, I believe, last week, but he's an integral part of this offense. In fact, he's probably used better as the slot receiver than any other star slot receiver in this league.
Yeah, he's only behind Brock Studwell in touchdowns. Studwell had 10. Howland had 8 regular season touchdowns.
Let's go.
So it's 2nd down and 2 at the 46. Queen City's up 10. Park Hee-chul is out of the game with a shattered arm, basically, but they expected isn't horribly serious. That run does not get a 1st down. They'll be back next week if Queen City can survive, but another 3rd and short coming up for the Corsairs.
If his arm is shattered,
he'll be what, Greg?
He'll be in ICU.
Greg's phone is going ballistic. Garcia on 3rd down and 1. That pass is knocked down by Joe Dazzo, and it's 4th down, and Queen City will have to punt it away.
Let me finish. If his arm is shattered, he sure will be in ICU. But I'm saying it's only twerked, so he will. If they win, he'll be in the championship game next week.
Can you explain to me? Well, there's a lot of things that you need to explain to me, but we'll talk about it later. Can you explain to me how you twerk an arm?
Oh, it's very easy. I mean, did you see the way he went down?
Sure.
And his arm momentarily went to his knees, like the ladies when they're twerking.
Okay.
And, well, that's what happened.
I see now. From the 16 to the 18, Wayne Inzer on a return. 7:58 to go in the first half. Queen City is protecting a 10-point lead, but Baltimore is slowly building some momentum. And for as fast moving as the first quarter moved, it did not move fast enough, and the second quarter has not moved fast enough for Eric Barkley and the Corsairs. 1st and 10 at the 18, 3 receivers, 2 to the right side for the Crabs. For the left hash, hand off to Snyder. Snyder makes a spin move, nearly got outside, but is crushed at the 22-yard line and pick up a 4. Parkey Cho 129 yards and 2 touchdowns before he exited. Snyder now 17 rushing yards in the first half. And while Greg is attending to some business, I want to remind everyone that Slack is our new communication device. Players will be getting invited into that Slack communication system. Our new SFL partner later tonight. If you've got your email address, you'll get an invite as we build our communications up as Wayne Inzer is touchdown just shy of the first down. McCoo on the tackle. Slack is a new way for everyone to communicate, and we want everyone to sort of join in that conversation. And Greg, as we were talking before the broadcast, it's not only about having a chat room for when we're not having a game day, but it's about being able to communicate with your coaches and players and your owners and teams being able to strategize much better as Snyder's not going to get the first down.
I actually like it. I'm kind of curious. How did you guys come up with that?
We were looking for something because there were a few guys, handful of guys in the league that said, Facebook's a little intrusive. I want a player on my team. I want to be able to talk to my player, but I don't want him to know, my politics or what my daughter's wearing or stuff like that. You don't want to necessarily invite strangers into your entire life. So we needed something else. We needed something different, something our own, something that you could get on your phones, and after doing some heavy research, it looked like the best course of action to go. That's where we went.
Well, I really like it. It's a very good idea, and I will be using it quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I got some information from Queen City and the Baltimore owners today about their teams, which I haven't had a chance to get to because the game is moving too fast.
We'll get it to you after the next play. 6:19 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Queen City still up 17-7. Garcia pump fake. Now checks it down the outside and a pickup of 6 yards. And I do have a point about the way Queen City's offense is operating, but to go on ahead, Greg, and get your info on it.
Well, I can't because I can't find it. So,
you would be a horrible wingman if I was single. This is awful. I will continue.
You would continue to be single.
2nd and 4 at the Queen City 49. Greg's a bit rusty, folks. I might have to throw him out the window in just a second. Back to pass Garcia. Garcia, deep shot left side, and that pass is, he dropped it right off his hands, deep down the field. Brown was in coverage. He may have swatted the ball away just briefly, but I think Legacy just straight up dropped the pass, and it's 3rd down and 4. First real deep shot from Daniel Garcia today in the first half.
I will say this. I got this from the Baltimore owner, TJ, and he told me that on offense that they would like to repeat their game plan that they had against the Maulers, control the clock and the pace of the game, and limit the partial opportunities. Mission accomplished on that.
Yeah, and there's one way to limit him. That's to put a bomb on his elbow and blow it up. Daniel Garcia took off on 3rd down. He was a big part of the running attack against Sioux Falls. That was his first carry of the day, but he fails to pick up the first down, and Baltimore's defense gets another stop, and this game looked like it was going to be an offensive showdown in the first couple of minutes, but this game has really turned defensive here in the second quarter as Inzer is shut down at the 14-yard line.
Well, it helped when the little dynamo went out. And Daniel Garcia, he is apt to run. He's prone to take off and run. He averaged like 2.7 yards a carry during the regular season.
Which is not half bad considering that, you know, any sack he takes, it bumps him down.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, he's not the fastest guy, but
But usually when he takes off, it's for positive yardage.
Right, and he gives, that's what makes Queen City's offense just that multi-dimensional type of offense when he shows healthy. That pass is incomplete over the middle looking for Demetrius Outdat. Demetrius Outdat has no catches in this first half.
I was going to mention that.
We're almost at the end of the first half, and there's about 15 storylines we haven't even been able to address because of this Heach Hole craziness in the first quarter.
Yeah, he kind of dominates the conversation, doesn't he?
He has so far. 2nd and 10 at the 14. 3 receivers off to the right side. Baltimore is down by 10, but they've sort of managed to escape a troubling situation from the first couple of minutes. Elliott Snyder's not getting much room up the middle. DJ McCool and Qantas Shine are so good in the trenches. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, they are leading in tackles with 89 and 79 respectively.
Todd Frederick is the backup for Parkey Chol, just for our notes today. You know, when these assistant coaches come up to the press box and they give us a list of their rosters, they don't give us backups. They're very lazy, quite frankly. Dazzo's pass is caught over the middle. Bishop to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 20. Elijah Bishop with his 2nd catch. And Bishop in that victory over Minneapolis had that clutch one-handed grab in overtime.
Oh, yeah.
And he just makes the most difficult catches. And that, he does not play like a rookie.
No, he makes catches in the crowd also. He's a dynamic receiver.
4:16 to go. 1st and 10 at the 34. Baltimore is down 10. 3 receivers and 2 in the backfield for Mike Dazzo. 17-7 for Sayers with the lead. Back to pass Dazzo. Dazzo against the blitz. That pass is caught. Queen City brought the house, and Outdat gets his first catch of the day, a 4-yard pickup.
Wow, I thought that was going to be a sack. But Dazzo, he has a propensity to hold that ball. In my estimation, he has a propensity to hold the ball just a tad too long.
So Snyder's in the backfield, 2nd and 6, back to pass. Dazzo flips it out short. Corrado on the catch. He drags the defender to the 42-yard line. One thing Baltimore has been able to do is they have been able to put themselves in 3rd and short situations. Haven't converted a lot of them, but they are putting themselves in a good position on 3rd down.
Whenever you can come to the line of scrimmage, you've got 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. That gives you a better opportunity to make that 1st down. Yes, I'm Captain Obvious.
3rd down and 2 at the 42-yard line. 3:10 to go in the first half. 2 in the backfield with Dazzo. And Dazzo straight back, fires it over the middle. That pass is caught. That is a generic tight end on the reception. Dazzo is 12 of 17 for 88 yards, and we're under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Gandy with that last catch. And the Crabs are moving slowly down the field. And we were talking on the commercial break in the first quarter. This is exactly the way Baltimore wants to approach this game for the rest of this matchup.
Very much so.
Back to pass Dazzo. Deep shot down the field. It's Bishop. He's all alone. Inside the 10. It's a touchdown, Crabs. It's a 4-point game.
Mr. Bishop. 11th touchdown this year, and wow, I don't even know how he got that wide open.
We're about to find out. I mean, there was no one in any direction. I mean, anywhere near him. Nobody. Not a soul.
Oh, my goodness.
Not a soul. So, pending the extra point, Baltimore has cut it to 3. They were down 17-0.
Number 3 is back for the point after. Number 8 on the hold.
So Baltimore down just 4, back-to-back touchdowns. And the high snap extra point is good for the Crabs. And take away the fact that Parkey Chol is out of this game. Daniel Garcia has had no consistent passing attack today, and that goes back to what Baltimore was able to do against Rocco Marconi last week in the Maulers. Marconi had less than 200 yards in that game.
Yeah, this is a very strange game indeed. And I'm just paraphrasing here, but I'm thinking that possibly the Corsairs have started sweating bullets because there's too much time left on this clock.
From the 10, Howland on a return, gets up to the 29-yard line. And Queen City looking for something to go right here after it looked like the Corsairs were going to make our day incredibly boring. Not the case, as the drama is real once again.
Yes, it is.
Coming up on the SFL Update halftime report, Greg and I will break down the first half. You'll get to see some highlights from the first half as well. We'll have our gold stars of the first half presented by DAC Stats, as that pass is knocked away and incomplete as Alexander Brown, again on the coverage down the field. Brown has had a good first half.
And who is number Frederick?
That's Frederick. That's the. I guess he was out in the passing form. They were looking for him down the field, and Garcia's options. Legacy had a big drop down the field. Taylor has been quiet. He was huge last week. And Brock Studwell, who had over 150 yards last week, incredibly quiet. Frederick's in the backfield, and Garcia is under center. Back to pass. Garcia fires down the field, off the heads, and that's another drop for Queen City deep. And that's Studwell. Legacy has a drop. Studwell has a drop. I don't care who's out of the game. If you can't execute when you're healthy, it's not going to help you.
This does not bode well at all for Queen City. If they're making drops like this, they're handing the comeback to the Crabs.
And what's interesting about it is the drastic momentum. I've never seen such a 180 in all of the SFL, where Queen City was so dominant in the beginning, and now they're not. Garcia's pass down the field is incomplete. Another 3 and out. That's the 6th time that Howland has been targeted with only 2 catches. Gage on the coverage, and Queen City's got a punt again. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, this is one of those things as an owner, a coordinator, a coach, you have nightmares about. And now this one seems to be coming true for the Corsairs.
So Queen City will kick it away. Inzer is back to return the punt at the 35-yard line and return up to the 39. Coming up next, don't miss the second game of our SFL doubleheader, the Teal Conference Championship. The #1 and the favorite now to win the SFL title, the Louisville Wolfpack hosts the Houston Hyenas. It's all coming up around the bend once we're done here in Buffalo. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. Crabs are down just 3. Have an opportunity to take the lead heading into the locker room as Snyder takes the handoff, and no gain on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Greg, what does Queen City have to do to get back on track and to get some momentum back here in front of their home fans?
Well, without Heat Chul, they're really going to have to go to basically a short passing game, a shorter passing game. The passes downfield do them no good. They want to run clock anyway. So passing deep to me is just, I don't get it, because they're not going to be able to run as it is without Heat Chul.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line. I formation for the Crabs. Back to pass, and the deep ball down the field is knocked away. Good coverage, but it sets up a 3rd down and 10. You know, you were looking at me on the touchdown play from Elijah Bishop. He got wide open, and you signaled to me, you know, they were in a 4-4. What is your analysis of the 4-4 and why Queen City was maybe looking to run that today against the Crabs?
Well, the 4-4 is excellent against the run, but against the pass, there are certain times when the 4-4 doesn't cover the deep outside, and that's what happened then. It looked like they were in a 4-4. Could be mistaken, but I'm almost positive they were in a 4-4. They didn't cover the deep outside, and that's why Bishop was so wide open.
Dazzo's pass is caught by Outdat. Mike Dazzo in this first half, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, and has just the 1 early interception, but he is shaking off the rust. and Baltimore in a position where they've never been before. They've never been in a semifinal game. Looking like savvy bets erasing this 17-point deficit nearly as Snyder gets no gain. 2nd and 10. Snyder's still having a problem out there.
Yeah. And getting back to your point about Baltimore, I mean, they've had some fantastic regular seasons, and first round of the playoffs, I mean, they're out. And this season doesn't look like they're going to be there, and here they are in the semifinals for the championship, and it couldn't happen to a better owner.
3 receivers to the left side, handoff to Snyder. Snyder around the left side picks up 5. 3rd down and 5, no huddle now for the Crabs. Their 2-minute offense has been superb this season. Out of the eye, they're going to throw. 3rd and 5, sidearm pass. Oh, it's dropped! Aldet with the butterfingers that stops the clock with 49 seconds to go. And Queen City is very lucky. A rare dropped pass from Demetrius Aldet.
Is it just me, or does it seem like both teams have just gone black?
Yeah, I mean, Baltimore, to their credit, they have come back in this game. They've made it a ball game, but I hear you. I mean, especially the wide receivers, they just seem like they don't want to get crushed out there. They don't want their season to end. Playing not to lose. This punt is inside the 5 and will bounce backwards at the 3-yard line. What a punt from Baltimore, and I believe that's Houston with the punt. 1st and 10 at the 3, if my memory serves me right. That's Baltimore's punter. But 39 seconds to go in the first half. Can Queen City get it back?
If I'm Queen City, I'm just running this clock. Give it to Mr. Frederick and just try to run the clock out. Go back in and regroup at halftime.
Trips left for Garcia, tight to the line. 1st and 10 at the 3, handoff to Frederick, and he picks up nothing, and no one's going to take any timeouts. I think Baltimore's pretty satisfied with the fact that they're not down 17 anymore, and that Heachell's not in the game, and I think Queen City's satisfied that they still have the lead right now.
And Baltimore's getting the kickoff, the second half kickoff, so everything is falling into Baltimore's hands for them to come and steal this game back.
3 receivers to the outside. Will Queen City try to sneak in one deep shot? No, Fredericks could get the carry, and he's swallowed up. Now down to 7, now down to 6, now down to 5. The SFL Update halftime report is upon us. Baltimore 14, Queen City 17. In a wild and wacky first half from Buffalo, New York, the Gray Conference Championship game. Halftime highlights and analysis is next. So 229 yards of offense in the first half for Queen City, 181 for Baltimore. Overall, does Queen City, I mean, they still have an absolutely legitimate shot to win this game right now, even though, as we watch Heachell go crazy from the opening moments of this game, even though they don't have Little Dynamo.
Yeah, I think Queen City's got to just come out and play like there's no tomorrow, forget that they don't have Heachell, pass the way they were passing during the regular season, and I think they'll be fine. Conversely, Baltimore has to continue what they've been doing. They've been playing sound, balanced offense. They've been running clock, and I think if they continue the course, they could also come back and win this game. So, basically, what am I saying? I'm saying that both teams have a shot to win this game. I like both teams' chances. I just want to see who's going to come out and execute, because the drop passes on the Corsairs part, that has not helped their cause at all. And Baltimore, with their slow start, they just need to ramp it up just a touch, continue the course, and I think they'll be fine.
You know what amazes me the most about the SFL community is how quickly everyone just writes everybody off. Everyone's saying Queen City might as well just stop playing. They're done. The game's over. They can't win. And Daniel Garcia averaged, 350 yards pass at 342 passing yards per game?
Right.
I mean, come on. The guy's got to eventually step up and make some connections.
Yeah, I mean, here in the SFL, it's almost like in the Twilo zone. Things change, things happen, but when you think a team is out and they bounce back up, and here they are. So,
the gold stars of the first half presented by Dak Stats. DJ McCoo and Aquanta Shine, both with 6 tackles in the first half. Mike Dazzo, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. Garcia just 88 yards. He's gonna have to step up and perform. Obviously, He-Chol would have been a gold star. I mean, he may still end up being a player of the game, even though he didn't play for three and a half quarters. 17-14, Queen City on top of Baltimore. The second half is coming up next.
Today is the day. After many months of research, strategy, game day adjustments, wins and losses, and the edge of the seat drama of the first round of the playoffs, it's Conference Championship Sunday.
Garcia fires deep down the middle. Wide open! Got Studwell, and it's a touchdown, Queen City!
16 teams built a playbook around the strengths and weaknesses of their players. Each week, playbooks were adjusted to attempt to take advantage of the vulnerabilities of the other teams. They fought and clawed their way, week after week, during a 12-game season in an attempt to make the playoffs.
Funk back to pass. Funk hit hard as he threw! Wide open down the field! Lawrence Kirkland touchdown!
It then became a survive and advance struggle. The playoff drama has been real, full of surprises, upsets, and epic moments. A battle of will, chance, and someone stepping up and making a play during those critical, game-defining moments.
Dazzle to the end zone, and pass is caught! It's caught! Oh, forgive my voice, the Crabs have just won! Joaquin Parado!
Only 4 teams put together the players at certain positions with certain abilities with a particular playbook that brought them to this moment.
Back to pass, deep shot! Wide open, Sim! It's a walk-off! The Hyenas advance!
And only 2 teams will rise. At the end of this day, the SFL championship game will be set. And one of those teams will be crowned by Commissioner Cameron Irvine as the champion of the Simulation Football League.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure never to miss a moment of the action by following our channel on Twitch. This has been SFL Halftime Update. Enjoy the second half.
Are set for the kickoff. Number 18.
Start of the third quarter here from Metro Stadium in Buffalo, New York. Alongside Greg Morris, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Baltimore gets the ball to start the second half after 14-0 second quarter performance as Injured gets up to the 22-yard line. And now we'll see what the two teams adjusted to in the locker room at halftime. Plenty of adjustments to be made on both sides.
Oh, no doubt. And we were discussing it at halftime, that if Baltimore somehow scores within the next possession here or two, that's just where the Corsairs want them. They need to be behind.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line, 2 in the backfield for the Crabs. The handoff goes to Snyder, who breaks off a tackle. Snyder picks up 6 yards. And Snyder, 30 yards on 14 carries. He's actually carried the ball a lot more than I thought he would today. But he has lacked that Snyder touch that we're used to seeing, and I know you've seen a Crab game or two, throughout the season. What's changed with Snyder?
I think what's changed today is the Corsair defense. They've got their horns pinned back. I mean, they're coming at him too fast and in a hurry.
Dazzo deep. That pass is incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted. Looking for Bishop deep down the field. Salvador is a confident man today.
Yes,
he's
is.
all over that deep shot down the field.
But again, like I said, if I'm Baltimore, I'm remaining balanced. That the mid-range passes for them is going to work. That deep stuff, not so sure, except for the one touchdown. That was great. but I wouldn't chance that too many times.
3rd and 4 at the 28. 3rd and short is where Baltimore's been most of this game. Elliott Snyder takes the handoff, nothing doing. And I tell you what, Greg, as this game is starting to move along, Shine with another tackle, this Queen City defense needs to start getting some credit because they still have the lead with the offense struggling.
Yeah, I mean, that if they take it home as is, it's going to be because of the Corsair defense. But I think if Baltimore were to score here and get the lead, that would put Garcia in a position where he's going to start chunking.
Boy, high snap, nearly blocked. In fact, I'm actually surprised it wasn't blocked. Allen on a return to the 35 after the 39-yard line. 9:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. I'd like to remind you, like the league on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, all at /SimulationFL. And for information on how you can become a player in our upcoming rookie draft and get yourself on the field in the Simulation Football League and on the SFL Network on Twitch and TVs and phones and tablets across the country and across the world, visit simulationfl.com for more information. 1st and 10 at the 39, trips left for Garcia. Hand off to Frederick on a counter, and Frederick will pick up nothing. But you gotta keep them balanced because you know Baltimore is just waiting for Garcia to try to chuck it deep on him. You got to keep running some a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand that, but I don't know that Baltimore really respects them giving the ball to Frederick. I think they're still waiting for the pass anyway.
How much of a benefit is it for Queen City that they have a guy in Daniel Garcia? I mean, last year in his rookie season, surprisingly, they run it again. As Sioux Falls is probably starting to shake his head, wagging his finger there a little bit on the runs. But how important is it that they have a guy who's been here before, who's won a conference championship game, who's gotten to the championship to help this Corsair team in the second half?
Oh, it's very important. And I do believe that it's gonna weigh itself out throughout the game, for the rest of the game anyway.
Garcia deep shot, that's intercepted. Alexander Brown with the pick. He has been outstanding. That is the 2nd interception for Daniel Garcia. He had 2 last week, and Alexander Brown puts the Crabs back on the field. This has turned into a slugfest.
Well, shut my mouth.
Why is that?
Well, I was thinking Garcia was going to really just kind of map the ball down the field and get the Corsairs in at least a position to get a field goal.
Okay, I was a bit confused because I was ready to go. I had my hand. I was ready to slam the chin. I mean, I didn't know why. I didn't know why you. It just seemed like you really wanted to. That's it. Out that on the catch, 7-yard pickup to set up a 2nd down and 3 for the Crabs at the 46-yard line. Greg Morris, Cameron Irvine here with you. The first play-by-play and color commentary broadcast of the season, and we hope you all are enjoying it. It's been an interesting game. There's no doubt about that. And with 2 in the backfield on a 2nd down and short, Baltimore trying to get past the midfield stripe. They will with Elliott Snyder. He breaks a tackle. Snyder past the 30. Snyder's biggest run of the day inside the 10 and down to the 7. Caught from behind by trying to see who that was to make the play. I believe that was the corner that had the interception earlier in the game. But Snyder with a big-time run, and it's 1st and goal.
And you know what? And hats off to the Baltimore Crab offense. They've just kept towing the line, kept trudging, and they've never given up on giving the ball to Snyder. And it's starting to pay off for them.
7:48 to go in the 3rd. 1st and goal at the 7. Winner advances to the SFL Championship game. Baltimore's never been there. Queen City's been there twice and won twice. They're the only team in the SFL with multiple championships. 1st and goal at the 7. Dazzo, sidearm throw, pass caught, short of the goal line at the 1. Wayne Inzer with his 4th catch of the game, and it's 2nd and goal at the 1.
Mr. Inzer, who is also their kick return leader.
2nd and goal.
Well, he's their kick returner, and he's been.
Actually, he's their all-purpose yard leader.
Yeah, that's true. And the handoff, that's not Snyder in the game, and that is not a touchdown for the Crabs. Snyder a little exhausted. He did look a little exhausted at the end of that run. Killings on the tackle, and now it's 3rd and goal at the goal line for the Crabs.
Got to work on that cardio, Snyder.
Well, I tell you what, if Queen City can get a goal line stand and stay tied and still not give up the lead, what an effort that would be out of the defense. Third goal at the goal line. Daz is going to throw over the middle, and a pass is knocked away. What a stand by Queen City as they force the field goal, and the Corsair defense steps up again.
That was oh man. Had they gotten that interception, that would have, I'm pretty sure that would have been a serious momentum killer. We got what? Almost 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter, so.
The Crabs inching their way to tie this ball game after they were down 17-0. What, in the first 4 minutes of this ball game? I mean,
exactly.
And now we are tied. 6:36 to go in the third. Drama comes in all shapes and sizes, folks. And we've got some here again on the SFL Network. 17-17, halfway through the third.
I'm looking for Garcia now to take the shackles off and start chunking the ball downfield. Why do I keep saying chunk? Who chunks?
Maybe you're thinking about the last time you partied too hard. Maybe you're thinking about chunky peanut butter. Maybe you're thinking about having a pizza.
Well, they chunk in baseball, but not in football. They throw in football.
Next time Garcia passes, I'm gonna tell you that he chunked it.
Okay.
Just let you know. First and 10 at the 31-yard line. 6:32 to go in the third. Tie ball game at 17. Loser goes home. Winner advances. SFL playoffs. Garcia's out of the gun, back to throw. Garcia swings it out left side. That pass is caught by Legacy, and that is what we're used to seeing out of Queen City this season.
And if they do that, the rest of the game, they will be able to pull this out here at home in front of their hometown crowd.
Second down, 3 of the 38. Of course, this hometown crowd is used to having some letdowns. Last season, they hosted DC and lost that game. That was in the opening round of the playoffs, as Frederick takes the handoff and nearly got the first down. Solid run there from Frederick. That'll set up a third down and short.
What is the temperature here today?
37 degrees. That's good. It is quite chilly out there.
Okay, that could attribute to some of the drop passes for
that could.
Queen City.
You're absolutely right. You look at the offensive line. Nobody wears sleeves out here. Oh, Taylor does, but most of the guys are pretty manly. As Frederick takes the handoff, he got a first down. Nice blocking down the field to the Crab 49-yard line, and that'll help keep an advantage if you're the Corsairs. And they're running a lot of that counter.
Right.
We've seen a lot of counters today.
And it also keeps that clock running.
Absolutely right. Butler was tied up there on the outside. I believe Howard eventually on the tackle. Halfway through the third quarter, and it's interesting, the counter has sort of been a bag of bones or a bag of gold, depending upon which game we've seen. Some games the counter has been very effective, and some games it has really hurt teams.
Yeah, it truly is hit or miss.
First and 10 at the 49. Garcia back to pass. A check down to Frederick. Frederick sticks out an arm that probably isn't as healthy as he chose, and it lost a yard at midfield.
He was trying to get it twerked.
There's always, anytime Greg is a part of the broadcast team, there's always going to be something that we just keep hitting on it. I never would have bet on it in a million years, and apparently twerking arms is what we got today. Garcia, 2nd and 11, fires down the field, pass incomplete, should have gone to the underneath man. He was wide open. 3rd and long now for the Corsairs, and they've had a lot more 3rd and longs than they'd like to have had at this point in the game.
Yeah, Garcia seems to be just a tad off today. He doesn't seem to be himself, and that may be in part due to the fact that Heat Chul is out of the game. And I hate to keep bringing up Heat Chul's name, but he is such an integral part of their offense. And it's kind of like my Cowboys taking away Dez. There you go. I said it.
3rd and 10.
Can the Cowboys win? How many games did the Cowboys win without Dez?
I don't care. Jerry Jones is still there.
I'm sorry. 3rd down and 11. 3 receivers for Garcia. Garcia back to pass, needs the 39-yard line down the field. It's knocked away. Incomplete, and Queen City has to punt again. Again, the pass was intended for Howland, and we are seeing this Baltimore Crab defense. Honestly, in the 4 seasons that the Crabs have been a part of the SFL, I have not seen their defense play as good a back-to-back games as we've seen them play over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they have done an outstanding job today, especially it looked like they were on the road.
Flag, I think Baltimore jumped offside, but it's still going to be 4th down. So
yeah, it looked like they were on the ropes, and the defense is just maintained, pulled it together. They've just been steady outside of the first 4 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, I think they sort of was a little shell shocked because if I was Baltimore going into this Queen City game, I feel pretty good because they. Heachol is somewhat of a factor. He gets, 12, 13 carries a game, but you have to make sure that you defend the pass. And I think that when Queen City came out and they ran it twice in a row to Park Heachol, I just don't think Baltimore was in the mindset as they nearly blocked the punt. I don't think they were in the mindset to make that kind of effort to stop Park Heachol as that punt is beautifully saved down at the 3-yard line.
No, and I was of the same mindset. To see Park touch the ball their first 2 possessions, I never really expected that to happen.
So 1st and 10 at the 3 for the Crabs. Baltimore still has not led in this game. 4:27 to go in the 3rd. Patrick Daniel, who's been a tremendous free safety for this team this year, was the one that missed the tackle on Snyder on the last drive, looking to redeem himself, flip out to Snyder, past the 5-yard line. Snyder makes a man miss, 1st down. Snyder all the way out to the 22-yard line, a 19-yard pickup for Elliott Snyder. Now 4 grabs for 33 yards.
Just a beautiful run. Snyder has always been the type of back that I've liked. Just one of those, just get your lunch pail, come to work, bring it. He catches passes. He runs out of the backfield. He's almost your prototypical workhorse.
1st and 10.
He's a shifty dude. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. And Queen City comes out in a 4. Is that 4-4 again out there? 4-4 look. And Garcia's in trouble, and it's a sack. 7-yard loss, and that is why you put blitz packages in, as Qantas Shine lets out a ferocious roar and a loss of 7 yards. Yeah, that was just a linebacker blitz right off the edge, and nobody blocked him.
Yeah, there wasn't no shade on that Shine.
Qantas Shine, tremendous rookie. I'm an effing problem is who that player is in the chat room, and he could not have been more pleased with how his first year has gone in the league. 2nd and 7 at the 15. Dazzo back to pass, fires down the field. How was that caught? 16-yard pickup in a crowd, and Wayne Inzer continues to step up and make plays. He has been the possession receiver today, not Demetrius Outdat.
Where is Demetrius Outdat, by the way?
Not sure, but that pass was perfect to Wayne Inzer.
That's what you call threading the needle.
3:08 to go in the 3rd. Crowd is standing up. They haven't had much to cheer about in the last quarter and a half. Back to pass Dazzo. Dazzo hit as he threw, and a pass is tipped away. Great pressure again on Dazzo. That was a Qantas Shine coming in on another blitz. And again, Baltimore with a 3rd and short can't convert, and Queen City's defense steps up to the plate.
Yeah, Mr. Shine, as a matter of fact, he didn't have a sack all season during the regular season.
Yeah, no, that was his first of the season. That's a good point.
Wow.
And a good adjustment by Queen City's defense. They wanted to shake things up. They wanted to do something that maybe was a little different, because the Corsairs defense has struggled for much of the year. Clearly they're an offensive football team, but their adjustments, Qantas Shine has become a big part of this second half.
Yeah, I mean, that is what we've seen here is their defense has stepped up a notch. Baltimore's defense has stepped up a notch, and so I think we're going to come down to the finish line neck and neck, and you're going to lose your voice.
I got another game to do. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Garcia's changing the play at the line. 4 down linemen and a 4-3 defense for the Baltimore Crabs. 7 tied up in the box. Garcia back to pass, has all kinds of time. Flips it outside. That pass is caught for no gain. No one open down the field. Johnson with his 5th tackle. Garcia's only run the ball 1 time, and I'm really surprised that he has only run the ball 1 time, especially with Icho out of the game.
He's waiting to pull that rabbit out of his hat.
I think you're right. You know, I mean, it comes when you least expect it, you know, and teams are not prepared. 2nd and 10 at the 33. Garcia back to pass. Garcia down the field. Oh, Dazzo had it, and you could tell he was turning around to look at the cavalry that he was going to potentially have in front of him. And he just dropped the interception. Another 3rd and long coming for Queen City, and they just have not been good on 1st and 2nd down today.
This has turned into a defensive struggle here. But I just have a funny feeling somebody's going to break out the box. Which team? I have no idea.
3rd down and 10 at the 33. 2 receivers, both off to the left. That's Legacy and Taylor. Brock Studwell is to the right of the line. He has been silent in this game. Back to pass. Garcia down the field. The pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Another defended pass on Jake Legacy. They cannot get him the ball down the field, and Queen City's offense is empty again.
Yeah, that was an ill-timed pass. I'm not real sure what Garcia was looking at there. He had a man open to the outside, so maybe isn't it a little bit late to be having game, jitters? I mean, he should have all that out of the way by now.
Yeah, I think it just seems like Daniel Garcia and Rocco Marconi for that round last week cannot seem to figure out what Baltimore is throwing at him. It looks like he keeps throwing to guys who he thinks are open. They're not open.
No, they're not. As a matter of fact, when he throws the pass, what we're seeing is they look like they are covered, tied, and just there's nothing there.
1st and 10 at the 30. 17-17. Baltimore and Queen City. Shout out to Ronnie Nickens. His wife's birthday is today, so happy birthday to Mrs. Ronnie Nickens.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Ronnie Nickens.
Back to pass, swing out to Snyder, and Snyder picks up a couple. I would say that we should sing for it. So we won't do it.
I understand. Now, I could sing for her, but you, I don't think so.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Freestyle. Let's just wait just a second. 205 yards for Dazzo, just shy of 100 rating. He's definitely had the better day between Garcia and Dazzo. Back to pass. That pass is caught. Looking for the 1st down. Didn't get it. 3rd and short again for the Crabs. Lions on the tackle, and this is where Queen City's defense has been so good today.
Now, if he doesn't give this ball to Snyder, I'm just going to say, what the WTF. WTF.
3rd down and inches at the 40. Metro Stadium on their feet, trying to get the Corsairs back into the title game. 2 in the backfield. Dazzo's going to throw. Dazzo swings it outside, and Snyder's tackled out of bounds.
WTF, WTF.
And again, Queen City's defense steps up to the challenge. And to be fair, I don't know if Snyder would have gotten a 1st down. Queen City brought that inside blitz again. They were all over. Dazzo almost took a sack.
But I say give it to Dazzo, because look at what happened. Oh, didn't he run out of bounds?
Well, he did run out of bounds, but it's the 3rd quarter. The clock will keep going.
Okay. I stand correct.
4th down and 2, and the punt is away to Allen at the 30-yard line. Didn't you read your All-Pro handbook? It changes every day.
Apparently not.
Hey, at least we haven't had a 1-foot inbounds challenge, backwards official explanation today. So,
hey, you want to see me twerk?
Let's go. No. Why would you ask me that? This game is tied. That's for when it's 40-0, Greg.
Oh, okay.
That's for when it's 40-0.
My bad.
God, no. Why would you say that? 1st and 10 at the 30. Only if I can record it and post it on YouTube. And Frederick loses 4 yards. And Garcia just throws up his hands and says, "What are you doing over there?"
Wow.
4 yards on the play.
They didn't get the memo about Frederick. Spoiler alert, he's a non-star.
This game is I mean, these two defenses are really just killing these offenses right now. They are so fundamentally sound as Garcia flips it outside. That pass is caught 3rd down and long still. Garcia's still under 100 yards almost at the end of the third quarter.
Now, I will agree with you. I'm making fun, but both of these defenses, they are playing stellar. I mean, I don't know that it would really matter if Heat Chill was in there. Maybe a little bit, but I think Baltimore's defense has settled down, and they're bringing it, man. They really are bringing it.
Yeah, I definitely think that they probably would have settled down after that wave at the beginning. End of the third quarter, final play of the third. That pass over the middle is incomplete. And again, Baltimore gets a stop. We are seeing a defensive battle for the ages as we wind down to the end of the third and the start of the fourth quarter. It's Queen City 17 and Baltimore 17. This is the SFL Network, and we'll be back to Buffalo after these messages right here on Twitch.tv.
Maddox, and I am a football addict. This spring and early summer, there will be no SFL and no NFL. But there is hope for all of us. It's the CAG NFL Football 24/7, 365. Get your game on playing APF 2K8 with NFL teams, 42 editable players, great competition, and great sportsmanship. Build your team with the allotted point system and take to the field just once per week with your NFL uniforms. Compete for the coveted Dazzle 47 trophy and get your name on the CAG NFL Wall of Champions. Check it out today at www.cagnfl.com. Get addicted this spring.
Side effects may include perspiration, interception regrets, nighttime sweats, out route fatigue, fade withdrawal, permanent Madden separation, 3-step.
Like the CAG NFL, you can become a part of the SFL broadcast and promote your business, channel, or league with an audio or video ad. It's $5 for a 30-second spot, $10 for a 60-second spot, and $15 for any video ad for a whole season. And any ad right now is free for the playoffs. All money is reinvested into the SFL, and we guarantee you your ad will run at least once a week. Support us by supporting you. Email simulationfl@gmail.com for more information. SFL. Rise as one. We'll be back to your game in a moment. Baltimore 17, Queen City 17. The fourth quarter and the drama is coming up next. City starts the fourth quarter, they'll have to punt it away. They have not scored since early in the first quarter. As Baltimore returns up to 42. Now, if I remember correctly, Greg, and try to dig into that old memory jar, which I know is harder for you than for me. But didn't the Knights, went back when the Corsairs were the Knights, and the Knights and the Dragons played in that playoff game, didn't they also get out to a fast start, and then they slowly, died out?
I'm going to say they did. Yeah, I'm going to say they did. They ran out of momentum, ran out of juice.
I feel like as that pass is caught in the middle, first down to the 46, out that. Finally showing up, but I feel like it's a little bit of deja vu here for Queen City, despite how well their defense has played today.
Yeah, I can see Mr. Barkley probably got a little list on the sideline, and he's adding names to it as this game progresses.
Yeah, and Destro confirms with us that was very much how that game went. First and 10 at the 46, 10:28 to go in the ball game, still tied at 17. Dazzo's pass to the outside is caught just out of reach as Outdat gets his 5th grab of the day, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that was a game where they came out of the gun. They came out hot, and then slowly but surely DC got back in it, and this is where we're at right now.
Well, and slowly but surely Baltimore has now gotten back in it. 2nd and 6, 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Dazzo's got an empty backfield, and he drops back to throw and fires it short. Caught by Bishop, got a first down. Bishop takes a huge hit. Wow. And I'm surprised Bishop got up as quick as he did. He got slammed on that sideline.
He hit Bishop like he owed him some money. Wow.
1st and 10 at the 34. 10:06 and counting. Still incredible that Queen City has been able to keep this manageable.
Well, their defense has stepped up quite a bit.
Out of the eye, back to pass. Dazzo fires it short. Caught. Boy, that was a tremendous job by Dazzo, letting that route and letting sort of that cluster in the middle sort of separate and find his receiver.
Yeah, that's what you call throwing him open.
2nd and 1.
Let him just enough to clear the cluster.
2nd and 2 at the 26. Bishop is to the bottom of the screen as Baltimore is now in scoring position. Snyder in the backfield. Dazzo back to throw. Oh, he should have been sacked. And Bishop gets a first down. They just whiffed on that sack. I don't know who came in charging up the middle.
Dazzo has become, when I did the piece on him, playmakers, he's becoming that gunslinger. He's just cool and calm back there, and he's just picking the Corsairs apart.
I can't believe Queen City. Dazzo, what an accurate pass considering the circumstances. Snyder, no gain on the play. As Salvador, I believe, along with Bruce there again to make the stop. 2nd down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Refresher of who's on the field right now for Baltimore's offense. Dazzo, Snyder, Outdat, Bishop, Inzer, and Imperato. On a 2nd down and 10 at the 23. Dazzo back to pass, and the good blocking, and the pass is intercepted at the 7. Picked off by Bruce after Patrick Daniel knocked it away. Bruce, the non-star linebacker, making a monster play, but Patrick Daniel got it done. Heck of a job by the offensive line, but even a better job of the Queen City secondary.
That was an outstanding interception on Bruce's part. He went back into coverage, and really the pass was out of his zone, and he made the interception off a ricochet.
Oh, still Baltimore.
Here we go.
Still Baltimore does not want to capitalize and take the lead. Ball now on the 17-yard line. Back to pass. And Garcia throws, nearly a pick 6, and it's dropped. Isaac Spears had a chance at it, and it's 2nd down.
Isaac Spears, and I can understand why he dropped that. He's only had 2 interceptions all year, so he's not exactly Fred Biletnikoff.
Fred Biletnikoff.
I'm sorry. I dated myself. He's not exactly Dez Bryant.
You know what's sad? Everyone's going to rib me for this. Hold on. 2nd and 10. I can't say anything. 2nd and 10 at the 17. Garcia back to throw. Pump fake. Down the field. Oh, he caught it. Caught it for a 9-yard pickup. Studwell. Welcome to the game, Brock Studwell, who was had the defense draped all over him, and he's still able to make the play.
You were saying.
Oh, thanks a lot. That's great. I was thinking Biletnikoff was a quarterback.
Oh, okay.
See, and that's my bad. I just, that was just my fault. This run is going backwards. He got the first down. Frederick somehow gets away and moves the chains at the 31-yard line. I was just about to make fun of him for going the wrong way.
How did he get out of the backfield?
I stand corrected.
Wow. That was an outstanding run.
He's had a few.
Yes, he has.
It hasn't all been black roses for Frederick. 1st and 10 at the 31. 3 receivers for Queen City. We're still locked at 17. Garcia back to pass down the field, and that pass is knocked away. Joe Dazzo in this linebacking core. Baltimore basically has taken everything over the middle past 10 yards completely away from Queen City.
Yeah, that's what you call lockdown. I mean, I'm surprised Garcia is still trying. Of course, maybe there's something down the road. Maybe he's baiting them for something bigger down the road. We'll see.
2nd down and 10 at the 31. 7:11 to go. Still tied at 17 in the Gray Conference Championship game. Queen City trying to get the win without Parkey Cho on the field. Garcia, deep shot, double coverage, intercepted. Eddie Gage from the 45-yard line on the return past the 40 into Queen City territory at the 38-yard line. What a horrendous pass by Daniel Garcia, and neither quarterback can figure these defenses out right now.
Yeah, like I said, both defenses are playing outstanding. That was a cover 3 zone, and Garcia he didn't see it.
Frederick on the tackle, but I don't know that I've ever remembered. I can't remember the last time that we had. What's it been? We haven't had when was the last time we had a score? Very early 3rd quarter? Was that? And that was a field goal. We've been stalled out here for a while. Dazzo back to pass, flips it out that's wide open. Pick up a 4. Looked like about 5 to me after the Corsair 34-yard line.
Now let's see if Baltimore can maintain the pattern they had started the last drive and just maintain the mid-range passes. Try to keep it within mid-range.
Don't forget, coming up next, Houston and Louisville, the number 2 and number 1 seeds from the Teal Conference. And the winner of that game will play the winner of this one on Saturday. Snyder just dropped the ball. T Paternity in the chat, I think, said it best a while ago. It's like neither team wants to win this game. Nobody can take control of momentum right now.
Maybe they both got plans for next weekend.
One's going to Cancun, the
right.
other, look, those hotels are expensive. You can't.
If my wife tells me we're going to see her mother, we're going to see her mother.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side. Split backs for Mike Dazzo on a 3rd and 6. Be a long field goal from here. Dazzo back to pass, dumps it short. Imparato on the catch. Big hit at the 29-yard line on Imparato. 2:54 now for Mike Dazzo passing. That Daniel Garcia stat line is got to be his worst of the season. That's awful.
That really looks odd.
And I don't care what it's 4th down and 2. Now is Baltimore's got the offense on the field. They have a non-star kicker. They've struggled with the kicking. This would be a 46-yard field goal, but it doesn't look like, at least in the short term, they're going to kick it. Trying to hard count Queen City, and it looks like Queen City's not budging. Baltimore's going to take a timeout, so they'll only have 2 left, and they'll bring on the kicker to try to take the lead.
I hate to see situations like this because I always think you'll probably need that timeout somewhere, later on in the game. And I hope that's not the case, but I really hate to see teams do that.
Baltimore's defense has been unbelievable. This is the most dominant defensive performance I don't care if Heechul's out. Garcia averages 340 yards a game. It's not like Heechul got, what, 17, 18 touches on average in a game. Just because you miss those 14 touches does not mean you all of a sudden can't even get a first down anymore. This Baltimore defense is the real deal. 46-yard field goal for the Crabs. He missed it! He missed it to the right! How many field goals have the Crabs missed? I can count 3 or 4 in the last 3 games that Bucky Starr has missed. The Crabs, by far, have some of the worst special teams, at least in the field goal department, in the league. They just missed another one, and we're still tied at 17.
Wow, that is...
So you burn a timeout, and you miss the field goal.
Yeah, not good.
So Daniel Garcia, once again, will take over. 17-17. Frederick takes the handoff, and Frederick picks up 2 before Joe Dazzo puts an elbow into it.
This is what you call crunch time now. I'm expecting now, if I'm the guy under center, I'm going to do mid-range stuff as much as I can down the field. Unless I see something else, then I'm going for broke.
Garcia down the field. Caught at the 40. Broken tackle, Legacy, and he's wrapped him at the 13-yard line. What a play from Legacy when they needed it the most, and Garcia finally makes a connection.
Wow.
Brown whiffed it.
Yeah, he did.
It was almost like he thought Legacy was going to stop and run a button hook or something. I mean, Brown just stopped right when Legacy and him got eye to eye, and the ball flew right over his head.
I think he misjudged the ball, either that or he had just the most massive brain fart.
3 receivers, 2 to the right side for Garcia, back to pass. Garcia, deep drop back, fires to Frederick. That pass is caught. It was a little bit behind him. Pickup of just 1. Vic on the tackle has been quiet since that interception way earlier in this ball game. 2nd and 9 of the 12, and now if you're Garcia in the offense, Garcia a 10 quarterback rating right now, by the way.
Wow.
You just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
You got a star kicker, Bo Davis, he never misses. You know, you got to give him a shot at least. 2nd and 9 at the 12. Garcia, handoff Frederick. Frederick trying to bounce it outside, trying to hurdle, and then Joe Dazzo, another big tackle. Dazzo's had a phenomenal game.
Yes, he has. And you know what? That's not a bad play for the Corsairs because they're running clock. Like you said, they have the outstanding field goal kicker. So run the clock, take your chance get the field goal if you don't score a touchdown here, and then rely on your defense, which has been outstanding all day.
3rd down and 11 at the 14. 3 receivers off to the left side. Garcia is going to change the play. This is crunch time for Garcia. He's had a bad day. He can make up for it here. 3rd and long. They need the 3-yard line. Garcia back to pass. Nobody's open. Garcia tries to force it, and the pass is incomplete. He could have checked it down.
Yes,
he could have checked it down. He's been forcing balls all day. He's very lucky that Bo Davis will now probably give this team the lead.
Yeah, I was looking for him to check it down at the very least, but that was going to be disastrous had he thrown an interception.
So now Bo Davis, he's 29 of 31 on the season. He has not kicked a game-winning field goal, if I remember correctly, for the Corsairs at all this year. And this is his opportunity with 3:45 to go to make a name for himself. 30-yard field goal from the left hash. And Bo Davis to give the Corsairs the lead late in crunch time. That kick is straight down Main Street, 20-17. Queen City finally puts points on the board. They haven't scored in 3 quarters, and it's a 3-point game.
And again, I just want to point out that I think they were the Knights last year, of course, and I just think the Corsairs, they have made quite the turnaround in their philosophy of on the offensive side of the ball, because really last year their whole offense was Parkeet Chul. This year they've been spreading it all around. I mean, it's been Parkeet Chul, Jake Legacy, Chris Taylor, and Daniel Garcia even runs on occasion. So yeah, I just want to take my hats off to the Corsairs offense this year.
Ends are on a return to the 24-yard line, and the interesting thing is, if Heechul would have gotten hurt last year, He would have got crushed against the Dragons. It wouldn't have even been close.
No.
Because he was their offense.
Exactly.
But when you have a balanced team and you have a good, solid offense that puts up over 30 points per game and you can spread the ball around, things like Garcia to Legacy on that last drive, those things happen for you.
Right.
Because you have the infrastructure to get it done.
Exactly.
1st and 10 at the 24. Back to pass. Dazzo down the field, caught by Imperato, pickup of 6, and back to the point of Queen City. If they win this game, this defense, you know, Queen City clearly has adjusted their defensive philosophy this week because this defense was really not having a good season at all. This has been by far their best performance this year.
I agree totally.
2nd and 4 at the 30. Out of the gun for Mike Dazzo, down by 3. Back to pass. Dazzo facing Seacrest. Pass caught. It is short of the first down. And again, we have a 3rd and short situation coming up with Imperato on the last catch.
There better be some Snyder on this next play. That's all I got to say. Or y'all going to hear WTF again.
3rd down and inches. Now, Mike Dazzo's been in this spot plenty of times recently, and every time he's come out a victor. And Snyder got stopped for a loss. It's 4th down. That play was made by Bruce, who has stepped up tremendously for Queen City. And it's 4th down and 1. The non-star linebacker just getting it done.
Wow, that...
The offense is still on the field for Baltimore. They only have 2 timeouts because they took one earlier.
Exactly.
4th and short, 2:10 to go. Dazzo changes the play twice, gonna throw. Dazzo pass down the field, caught for a 1st down. Imperato pickup of 17 yards, and we hit the 2-minute warning. That is the 11th tackle for Aquantis Shine.
Wow. No shade on that Shine, like I said.
But Imperato gets it done. Bruce was coming in on a blitz again. I tell you what, Queen City is pinning their ears back.
Yes,
and
they
are being aggressive today, and it's paid off for them today.
I think that's the big difference that I see in their defense today as opposed to the games I saw in regular season. They are running quite a few more blitzes than I'm accustomed to with them.
Oh, the drama is real, is it not? Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, the 5th game in a row that the game will be won in the final 2 minutes. Dazzo back to pass, caught by Snyder. Snyder got away momentarily, dragging a defender to the 46-yard line, 5-yard pickup.
Now, here's one thing I will say about Dazzo in situations like this. He impresses me as a quarterback, yes. He threw 21 interceptions during the regular season, but he impresses me as someone who just forgets about it and moves on. He doesn't let that bother him.
Couple of game-tying and game-winning drives for Mike Dazzo and the Cardiac Crabs, as I like to call them, as they had just kept fighting and fighting despite a 3-game losing streak coming into the playoffs. It's another 3rd and 1. This team has struggled so mightily on 3rd and short. It's very unexplainable.
And Dazzo, don't listen to me. Put the ball where you want. Use a gunslinger out there.
Because honestly, nothing seems to matter because Queen City's defense has been so good. Flip out to Snyder. Snyder did get it! What a tackle on the outside! He also did not get out of bounds, so Baltimore has to burn a timeout. The tackle, I believe, was made by Kenneth Lyons on the outside. Queen City's defense has an answer for everything.
Wow. They pretty much had that play covered all game long. Here we go.
Yeah, really, Snyder has not been a factor in the swing pass. This is the ball game. 1 timeout left for the Crabs. Another 4th down and 1 of the Queen City 42. Who's going to the championship game? Dazzo's out of the shotgun. Snyder to his left. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo will fire it short. That pass is caught. A second 4th down conversion of the drive. 53 seconds left. Dazzo out of the gun. Back to throw. Flip out Snyder. There's nobody on him. Snyder into field goal range down to the 32-yard line.
Get out of bounds.
42 seconds to go. Didn't get out of bounds. Good point, Greg, because they only have 1 timeout. They'd like to save it for their kicker, who already missed a 40-plus yard field goal earlier. It'd be from 49 from here. Dazzo back to pass, has to check it down to Snyder. Snyder lost yardage, and he still didn't get out of bounds. 24 seconds to go and counting. 3rd and 6. 52-yard field goal from here. Queen City is hustling, trying to get back on side. Dazzo needs to snap. 13 seconds to go. Back to pass. Dazzo down the field. That pass is incomplete. It's another 4th down. And with 10 seconds left, do you have to kick the field goal? You don't have any timeouts left. What do you do? What do you do?
He's got to go for the field goal. He's got to kick the field goal here. That's me.
Yeah, they're gonna kick it. This
Mr. Almost Automatic.
51-yard field goal for the tie. Boy, wouldn't that be something for him to make it after missing it. This is it for the Crabs from 51 yards away. The Baltimore kick is up, and it's missed. Wide right. He had the distance.
No.
He had the distance on the kick, and he missed it to the right.
Wow.
He had it.
Yeah.
Look at that kick.
He had the distance.
He would have made it.
Goodness.
He would have made it. And Queen City, without Park Hee-Chol, makes their 3rd SFL championship game. What a game by the Corsairs against all odds.
Congratulations to the Corsairs, but you just have to be heartbroken for TJ. You really do. I mean, he has had an exemplary franchise, an exemplary team, and to get this close and not to make it, I mean, man, I just feel heartbroken for him.
Post-game report coming up with the final stats and analysis from Greg and I. Baltimore takes their last time out. The Queen City Corsairs will take on either Houston or Louisville in the SFL championship game, and Eric Barkley and AJ Caswell put together a phenomenal plan this week. Sensational work. 2-1, 20-17 in unbelievable fashion. Baltimore misses 2 field goals and falls out of the playoff picture. Baltimore outgained Queen City 374 to 304. And we're trying to get you the highlights here as quick as possible. (20-17). And actually, Queen City, boy, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, just trying to get everything set up for the post-game report and analysis. Queen City wins the game 20-17. We didn't need overtime for this one, but we sure did need a dramatic finish. Park Hee-Chol finishes with 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. Elliott Snyder, 80 yards. Aquanta Shine, 12 tackles. DJ McCoo, 9 tackles. They were all over the field. Shine also had his first sack of the season. Just tremendous. And at the end of the day, this game didn't have anything to do with Park Hee-Chol or Daniel Garcia or their awesome offense or anything like that. It had to do with something that no one thought would be a factor, and that was the Corsair defense today.
Exactly. The Queen City defense, I mean, I'm still sitting here trying to figure out how they did it. But like you said, they had Mr. Shine, McCoo, and what was the non-star's name?
Bruce was excellent, yeah.
I mean, these guys, they just played their entire wrecking ball behinds off all day. And if anybody would have told me that they would do this to Baltimore's offense, I would have told them they were crazy.
Player of the game is Park Hee-Chol with his 3 carries, and what he provided Queen City at the beginning was no small feat. But the player of the game, seriously, you could give it to Aquanta Shine. You could give it to the whole Corsair defense.
I would give it to that entire defensive team. They just did a great and outstanding job today, shutting down that Baltimore Crab offense. And you know, hats off to Baltimore's defense as well. I mean, once they settled down, they turned it into a ball game. And we didn't really know which way this game was going until that field goal was missed.
We didn't really talk about it much today, but Elijah Bishop, who we expected to take advantage of the mismatch, didn't really take advantage of the mismatch today, and it just didn't seem like he was ever open. Your thoughts on Bishop's sort of disappearing act after he's been so instrumental to the Crabs this year?
I think that had a lot to do with the Corsair defense, the game changes or the game plan they did for Baltimore. I think that had a lot to do with it. I'm pretty sure they took Bishop into account, and I think that's why we didn't see that much of him today.
Greg, your final thoughts. It was good to have you back here, buddy.
It was good to be here.
In 6 days, the SFL Championship with Damon and Steven and someone playing the Queen City Corsairs. By the time we see you again, we're going to have our championship game matchup. Queen City or Houston would certainly be a unique matchup, something no one really expected at all. Queen City, Louisville would be a blast from the past. The two actually met in the Eastern Conference Final back in the WAFL in 2011.
Wow.
How about that? 5 years ago, these two teams were hammering each other. Your just your thoughts on what's to come and how afraid Louisville and Houston may be of Queen City.
I do believe. I know they've got to play their game today, and they're not looking down. They're not looking past their game today. But once the winner is decided, they're going to have their hands full with Queen City. I can tell you that. So, but Louisville, Houston, that is going to be an outstanding game. I expect everybody. I will tell you, I'd recommend you tune in. It's going to be an outstanding matchup.
We hope the mics were good. We hope your entertainment experience was great. I know we had a couple of scoreboard gaffes there for a little while, but overall, we did all right. Back in the saddle today.
And next week for the championship game, Dr. Damon Simeon and I will have a twerk off.
We'll get that on Periscope or something and really get the viewer count going on that. But yes, please, if you're new to the SFL, tell all your friends about the championship game and stick around because in 50 minutes we'll have Houston and Louisville live from Blue Sun Stadium in Kentucky as we have what I'm sure will be another incredible SFL playoff game. It's the most competitive football anywhere in the world right now.
Two more outstanding defenses.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm sure we'll see a 45-40, something crazy.
Probably.
Because that's how it happens. We expected to see a shootout today. We absolutely did not get that. We got tremendous defense by both clubs, but more importantly from Queen City because Queen City needed someone to step up with Heachel out, with Garcia having the worst game of his year, and Queen City still won, and that's going to make a lot of people scared right now.
Oh, yeah, I would be.
This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League and the SFL Network from our crew in Metro Stadium in Buffalo, New York. He's Greg Morris, a.k.a. San Antonio Corky, and I am Commissioner Cameron Irvine. And after the second game of our doubleheader, check out Corky's channel. You'll be doing a live show. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a live reaction video to Fear the Walking Dead. It comes on 8 Central, and it's the premiere show of the Fear the Walking Dead. The episode is No Safe Harbor. Tune in, check it out. Watch me act a nut.
We should be done by then, as our game will kick off at 6.
Yeah.
It'll transition right into an entertainment triple header, brought to you by the SFL crew. So we appreciate you all being here. Tremendous ball game and tremendous support for the Simulation Football League. SimulationFL.com is the site. We'll be back on the air here shortly as we get ready for Houston and Louisville. I'm Cameron Irvine. We'll see you back here shortly. Thanks, everybody.